Everybody take a quick dump, wipe as best you can in 5 minutes, and then be
Today,
back.
This American Dice presents the exciting second episode of our Dungeon World Cousins series, Mission to Big Chasm City, Episode 2. Join Mad Mab the Half-Witch, Dr. Pilchas Goldstein, and Herzl Quarterling as they're subjected to some kind of adventure Austin put together and thought would be cool. Now that the way station between Chasm and Big Chasm City has been destroyed by magmen, angry that the guards of the way station had been attempting to widen the fissure and thus increase the size of the way station to protect it from ornidons. How is it that our heroes will be able to get to Big Chasm City to get the precious needed food and medicine? Join us today on This American Dice Presents Dungeon World, Cousins Edition, Mission to Big Chasm City, Episode 2.
So we join our heroes outside of this fissure where there had been a way station between Chasm and Big Chasm City, and that way station building that was kind of built up above the chasm, where the thermal heat could kind of flow around it and kind of repel any of the ornidons. It just crumbled kind of into the chasm itself, as you suspect that those magmen destroyed the thing. Yeah, you guys are now in a rough situation because you have to make your way back to, you have to continue your way along to Big Chasm City. And now on your way back, bringing back the food and medicine so badly needed in Chasm, you won't have this way station to kind of stop and rest in. And instead, we'll have to make this long, dangerous journey, which will now be even longer and more dangerous. But I'm going to have you guys start off by making another roll to undertake a perilous journey. So, okay. So I don't know if you guys remember this from the last game. When you undertake a perilous journey, in this case going from the rubble of the way station to Big Chasm City, you have to choose what role you're taking. There's 3 roles. There is the quartermaster, who's in charge of the supplies. There's the trailblazer, who's in charge of like setting the pace of the as you head there. And then there is the scout, who tries to make sure that you guys don't get ambushed. Who wants to do what? You don't have to do any of those things, but if there's one that you choose not to do, you pretty much automatically get the worst result of it.
I ain't doing shit. No.
All right, there you go. There's the tagline for this episode. I ain't doing shit.
What are your 2 characters again?
I'm a Dr. Pilchas Goldstein, the fighter. And my brother is a thief. Oh yeah, halfling thief. He should be the quartermaster. He can carry a lot of stuff.
Sure, I can do the trailblazer, I guess.
So that means then we're going to have Herzl be the quartermaster.
Quartermaster.
I'm sorry, say that again?
He said, Quarterling the quartermaster.
Quarterling the quartermaster. He can carry 1/4 of the stuff, yeah. Yeah. Then what's Dr. Pilchas doing?
What's my option? I only got one option.
Now your other 2 options are trailblazer and scout.
Oh, I'm blazing these trails, Austin.
Okay.
I've been blazing all day.
And then Mad Mab, you're cool to be the scout, or you want to do one of the other things?
I'll do that other one.
The scout?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so here's what I need from everybody. Could you each make a wisdom roll? So you just roll 2d6 and add your whiz bonus to it, or your whiz modifier. Keep in mind, if you've eaten beets, the whiz modifier will be a little bit more red.
I got 9.
I guess it'll smell a little weird.
9 for Pilchas.
9 for Pilchas, who is the trailblazer.
12 for the scout.
And what did you get, Matt? 10? All right, cool. Well, you guys did pretty damn well. All right, so here is the deal. All right. Unlike the first time through, you guys have realized, I think, kind of the importance of this journey and don't take a crazy amount of time like you did the first time around where you took an insane amount of time. You kind of take what is the established amount, and I'm going to say that's, let's say, like 3 days. The actual physical distance, like as the crow flies between the way station and Big Chasm City, is probably only like a 2-day journey, maybe a day and a half even if you're kind of quick. But because you guys have to be careful not to attract the attention of any of these ornodons, you have to take a little bit longer, kind of be a little bit more wary. So I'm going to say that is going to cost you guys 3 rations as you guys go through this, right? Is that how that works, David?
Yes.
Okay. So, but Matt got a 10, so actually it's only 2. So it's only 2 rations.
Quarterling the quartermaster.
You got it. So thanks to Herzl Quarterling, the expert quartermaster, you guys are able to kind of get through this pretty quickly. But on the way, because of David's awesome scout roll, you guys find something pretty good. So these ornodons, again, are like crazy pterodactyls that usually swoop down from the sky. They don't go near these chasms because, like, the hot air that blows up from them. Wait for fart joke. Nothing? Okay. So these hot air that blows out of these chasms, like, pushes them away. And they essentially can't get too near those because of all the hot air shooting out of the hole. Pause.
Huh?
Nothing? Okay.
Huh?
I'm trying to tee you guys up here. All right. So, but yeah, in like kind of as you guys are attempting to kind of take shelter in the shadow of like a nearby, like I almost imagine like a mesa, like out in like Arizona or something like that.
Mesa Verde.
Yeah, all of the mesas. The Cowboys of Moo Mesa, that cartoon. I don't know if you guys remember that. Anybody?
Excuse me?
There's a cartoon about cowboys who were cows, and it was called The Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Sounds like a show I regret not watching.
Yeah, it was on. It was in like the same. It was a little bit before. If you remember the biker mics from Mars.
I know. Sounds like another good one. Yeah, they sound like some gems, honestly.
How do you manage to bring this TV show up every time we play?
They really made a big impact on my sexual identity as a child.
He identifies as a cow.
Yeah, I identify as a cow who shoots sheriff's badges out of guns that he has. That's what they did. Anyway, so there's like a mesa nearby, and as you guys are trying to like take shelter behind it to kind of make sure none of these ornodons attack you, you notice something, that there's actually an ornodon nest. And it's something that few people rarely see, because usually they're at the top of these mesas, and going up there would be extremely dangerous and almost like a suicide. Like, you'd have to have a death wish to try to go and do this.
Oh,
and
dude, I have one.
It seems like, yeah, maybe Pilchas has seen one of these before, but it seems like maybe strong winds or a storm had recently blown this nest off of the mesa, and it seems to have slid down, and you guys can actually find this nest, which has a few eggs in it, and kind of like the random shit that they use to build their nests. It's a lot of tree branches, but also you see like scraps of clothing and that kind of thing. So my question for you dudes is, I see Matt doesn't want to make any bathroom trips, so he brought the jug to both drink and fill up later.
He literally went sprinting up the stairs. Came back.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh. So, so you guys see there's this nest, and as you're like, this is the closest probably any of you have ever been to one of these nests. You see the eggs of these ornodons that are maybe like the size of like basketballs, that kind of thing.
Is an ornodon the same as a pterodon?
They're big, like crazy pterodactyl monsters that are like super tough, and often when they attack are like super deadly immediately. So, like I said in the beginning, you guys initially had come out with a ranger who's supposed to be like
really misunderstood.
Okay. Yeah, you guys came out with a ranger initially who was supposed to be an expert in like, oh, I'll make sure you're safe, and that ranger fucked up pretty badly and was like just immediately skewered by one. And it's
These are the same creatures that are plaguing the Jerus Chasm.
Yeah,
right?
That the strong winds of the chasm cities prevent from coming into the city. The problem is travel is really difficult. So this is definitely an ornodon nest. It wouldn't make sense to be anything else. It's not it's Griffin.
I think I just misread the name of those creatures first.
So ornodon, just like ornithology, just the study of birds.
Talking about
They are like big scary Pokemon, basically.
Snorlax?
Yeah, there's a big Snorlax. He's in there. But yeah, so
are these things valuable, or what's the?
Ooh, so that pretty much answers my next question. Do you guys want to go, funny, a nest, and keep moving, or do you want to investigate this nest?
in there. You get it all up in there.
Okay, cool. So whoever would like to. Oops, sorry, that was me. Whoever would like to, could you roll to discern realities? That's another plus wisdom roll.
Oh, I got this. Mad Mabe, whatever the fuck her name is. She's very wise.
You tell me, is it Mad Mab or Mad Mabe?
I don't know. Get another tab, Lawson. Come on. Mad Mab.
Mad Mab. There we go. I assumed it was like a Queen Mab joke.
I rolled.
All right. So 11 here for me.
You got an 11?
What are you rolling for?
Okay. So not everybody needs to roll. Hold on. So, all right. Well, DJ, you got an 11, or David, you got an 11. You get to ask 3 of those questions.
Gotcha. What here is useful or valuable?
What here is useful or valuable? Well. It turns out that there is, and I made a little random treasure. These ornodons, when they scoop people up and bring them back to the nests, there's a lot of like human bones or humanoid bones and the bones of various other like kind of animals that live out here in kind of the flat lands between Jerus Chasm and Big Chasm City. So amid probably like a terrifying scene of like, oh, human femurs and a skull and like old clothing and that kind of stuff, you see that there is a cape of rich black velvet on the outside and sparkling with tiny points of light within. It is... Would it be better for me to just tell you what this is, or would it be more fun for me to, or would it be better for me to, for you guys to have to figure out what the fuck this thing is?
Does my character see this?
I think you see Mad Mab finding this dope-ass cloak.
Holding it in his hand already, or can I like dive on top of it, a kleptomaniac that my character is?
I think she's already got the thing, but...
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody have like a specific thing that lets them know what the hell like magic items are?
Definitely not. Not me.
I'll say that you can tell that this thing is definitely magical. This thing is definitely magical for sure. And probably some of your other questions might be able to figure that out.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, this cloak is definitely the valuable thing. Also, could one of you roll a d20?
18.
Pretty dope. You also find 18 gold coins spilled amidst the shattered humanoid frames that this creature has built its nest out of.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
All right. But, David, you got 2 other questions.
Sure. What here is not what it appears to be.
There's the exact thing I was looking for. So, this is called the Cloak of Silent Stars.
Stars are normally very noisy.
Yeah, stars normally don't shut the fuck up. That's a big issue. I mean, did you see that movie A Star is Born? Those 2 would not stop the whole 2 hours. Ugh. Anyway, but yeah, it allows... this cloak bends fate, time, and reality around it to protect the wearer, who may defy danger with whatever stat they like. To do this, the wearer invokes the cloak's magic, and their player describes how the cloak helps break the rules. They can deflect a fireball with charisma by convincing it they deserve to live, or elude a fall by applying the mighty logic of their intelligence to prove the fall won't hurt. The cloak makes it so. It can be used once for each stat before losing its magic.
Damn, that's fucking dope.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to murder David and take that one.
All right.
Every time you use it, you lose control of your bowels.
You got it. All right. But I'm going to choose a number at random, 1 through 6. The intelligence aspect has already been utilized. So there are 5 uses to this thing, intelligence not being one of them.
Nice. I guess these other questions. Probably the best one is, what should I be on the lookout for?
What should you be on the lookout for? If you hang around here, I'm going to answer this question and then double back to the first question. If you hang around here, there's a good chance that this Ornodon may come back. Or if this Ornodon doesn't come back, there might be some other creatures that are interested in eating these eggs. And then you might have to deal with them. But speaking of those eggs, these are theoretically things that most people never encounter in their lives because it's just too damn dangerous. So the odds are these Ornodon eggs, if given to the right person, could be pretty valuable.
I take them.
And there are 4 of them.
Well, I definitely stick one right in the old sack.
You're right. So Herzl has a sack of eggs. All right, and I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so I'm going to say each of these is 1 weight, as they're like bowling balls, basically. So you're like carrying 4 bowling balls. So make sure to like mark that down on to see if you're now like encumbered or whatever it is, or if you want to have other people carry them. Okay, but yeah, I assume you guys then want to hang around and wait for this Ornodon to come back?
I stole all its babies.
That. Is there a reason as to why we would do that?
That was a joke. I assume actually the opposite.
We had something good.
So, but yeah, I assume you guys actually do want to kind of get going and head on out. Continue your way to Jerusalem or to Big Chasm City.
Yeah.
So we should probably who should get this cloak? We got a fighter and a thief.
Yeah.
Maybe Herzl would make the most sense. What are your hit points? Looking like
19.
19 hit points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're at the same, I guess, then.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is it's not armor. It just allows you to defy danger differently.
I'm at 26.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. To me, it seems cooler that the thief is having this starry cloak.
It's a quiet cloak, David. All right, it's quiet.
The cloak of
quiet,
silent stars. Okay. So we'll say that when Herzl puts it on, since it's a magical cloak, it also suddenly shortens to be his length as opposed to like the full length of a human.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, so Herzl now looks like a weird magician wearing a black velvet cloak, or like some kind of Dracula.
Vampires or magic.
Super short Dracula. The shortest Dracula.
I am the shortest Dracula. All right, so
Bites your ankles.
yeah, delicious ankle blood. It's sweetest down at the bottom, and you know what I mean? It's like the yogurt, fruit on the bottom. All right.
I think I want one of these eggs, though.
You think you want to hang on to one of those eggs?
Yeah, at least one. I can't.
Wait, I didn't take
can't really
all
carry
4
much.
of them, or however many there were. Did I just make up a number?
Well, would you be willing to? Would there be an argument over the?
No,
over
he's
the
giving me
eggs?
that cloak, so he gets 2 eggs.
There you go.
I have 2 eggs. He has 2 eggs.
There
Well,
you go.
how about you hold one for me then? She can't hold anymore.
Okay. So Mad Mab has one of these Ornodon eggs,
Right.
and then Herzl has this cloak and 3 additional Ornodon eggs. And again, they're bowling balls.
All right, I put one on the ground. I take it.
Okay, well, there we go. I'm glad we figured that out. Okay. Well, you guys make your way towards Big Chasm City. And again, these cities have usually like walls that are maybe only like 2 stories high, maybe even like 1.5 stories high around them, because the biggest thing they want to defend themselves from are these Ornodons. And since the chasms belch out this like geothermic wind, that essentially is a natural defense against the Ornodons. So the walls don't really need to be very tall. But when you arrive, you see 2 things, like right from the get-go. One, there's like smoke coming from the inside of Big Chasm City, and not smoke like, not regular smoke like a bunch of shit's on fire in there, in a not good kind of way. You probably also maybe hear the sounds of some conflict. Then beyond that, you see a group of people that's maybe like 24 people that are leaving the city and are actually coming by you. Like they'll pass by you unless you make the effort specifically to avoid them.
What do they look like?
What do they look like? From a distance, the easy thing is, fuck it. Who asked that? Jake, was that you?
Oh, that was me.
All right. Could you go ahead and roll a discern realities just for the shit of it?
I certainly can, sir.
Shit on it, dude.
What do I roll? 2d6?
2d6 plus whatever your wisdom bonus is.
Oh, yeah. We got an 8 out here.
You got an 8. Okay, so you get to ask one of the discern reality questions. Do you have that list in the...
oh, wait. I got a 7. Sorry.
You got a 7? Either way, same deal.
7.
You still get to ask one of those moves.
I guess what is about to happen is probably the most useful question I could ask.
What is about to happen? Okay, well, as you're kind of like... you guys are maybe like 200 yards away from these folks as you see them, and you kind of squint to study them closely, and you see that they're folks who have kind of... A few of them have weapons, but not many. A few of them have armor, but not many. They seem to be a good number of halflings, and a lot of them have like bags on their backs, and some of them are carrying like children. These folks seem to be like refugees leaving whatever's happening, and they are heading your way. And what's about to happen is they are going to either there's a good chance that they are going to be eaten by Ornodons unless somebody helps them some kind of way.
Fuck them. David?
Oh,
of them are there?
Like I said, there's like 24 of them.
I tell them, hold on, everybody. We just came from that way. If you give me all of your gold, I'll tell you the exact trail to get to the next neighboring city.
Okay, so, all right, so you guys, you do approach them, kind of, or like close the distance between yourselves and them?
Oh, I run up to them, yeah, and tell them.
Okay.
Tell me that. I have the exact trail you need to take. I'll tell you if you pay me.
Okay, so there's a few of the folks, and one of the halflings comes out and is like, it's like, oh my god, hello. Oh my god, hello.
Oh my god. Hello.
That's the greeting where we're from. Is that the greeting where you're from too?
That's
He
good.
just says, "Hi, my name is Herzl Shortman. How are you?"
Oh, one of the Herzl gang.
You're a Herzl as well?
I be one.
Oh my God, what a coincidence! Oh, listen, if you're heading that way, do not go that way. That place is. I don't want to use any kind of foul language in front of the kids. Herzl R. Cover your child's ears. And another guy's like, thanks, Herzl. And he covers the kid's ears. And he's like, that place is fucked. You don't want to go that way.
Is everyone named Herzl?
And he's like, everyone? That'd be crazy. It's just apparently this guy, and he points to Herzl Quarterling, myself, Herzl Shorterman, and this guy over here, Herzl
Rosenberg.
Herzl R, so fuck it, Rutledge.
Herzl Rutland.
Yeah. What, everybody has to have a Jewish sounding surname? Come on.
Rutland. Didn't we go to school together?
And the guy looks at you and goes, no, I don't think so. You must be thinking of another Herzl Rutledge.
Rutland is a town in Vermont 5 minutes from where Michaela grew up.
There you go. And he's like, yeah, he's wearing like one of those kind of like vests that wearing. Yeah.
A Vermont vest, I know this.
Yeah, he's chugging some maple syrup.
All right, well,
Ask my fellow Herzlman what happened.
He's like, oh, there's. He's like, listen, we just have to get out of there because honestly, there's no way that they're gonna win. There was an army that came up from actually inside the chasm itself, and they were completely unprepared for it. Nobody was ready, and they started like burning some of the lower levels as they moved up. It's really, really bad. We saw the writing on the wall, and we decided to get the heck out of there.
Are they all Quarterlings?
No, there's some folks that are humans, and one person what's a weird D&D race?
I don't know. Aren't you the storyteller?
Yeah, one guy's a centaur.
There you go. Centaur.
And you can tell that things are bad because he's letting several of the halflings ride on his back, and that's normally not a thing they do.
Yeah, I'd say to the new Herzl, this is a pretty weird group, man.
Wait, which Herzl did you mean? Herzl Rutledge or Herzl Shorterman?
Herzl Shortbread.
Herzl Shortbread? How'd you know that's what my family did? Here you go, guys, samples. He has shortbread cookies. And he goes, and he's like, listen, I'm giving this to you because you're probably going to have to come with us and get the hell out of there. And Herzl Rutledge looks at him and is like, give me the heads up so I can cover my kids' ears before you start swearing. God. So he just says like, you're gonna have to go.
I think
We're going in.
Oh, you're mad.
I think Matt might say she's like a witch, right? She's like, oh, were these men made of slime or something?
Oh, we didn't see him. We just, like I said, saw the writing on the wall.
With any luck, Madman, with any luck, they will be.
Well, as I recall from several months ago when this happened, I think we had a similar situation.
And he's like, I don't know. Not so sure if it was slime.
Hey, Herzl gang, why don't you guys come back in with us?
He's like, oh, again, are you mad? This is wild. Listen, we better take our luck. It's easier to take our luck out here than to deal with stuff in there. It's gonna go poorly for everyone inside. We decided it was best we go.
All right, fuck you guys then. We're going in.
Oh. Again, and Herzl Rutledge is like, come on, and he's covering the kid's ears.
Well, you might have some problems with these ornodons.
Yeah, like I said, I have the path back to the next city. If you guys give us all the money you have in your pockets, I will give you the exact trail back.
Huh. Okay, cool. That's interesting. I mean, I know there's a way station at some point, but... All right, Matt, go ahead and roll your parlay move. There it is. Roll plus charisma.
What is it? What am I rolling?
Plus charisma, or plus your cha, so 2d6 plus whatever your charisma bonus is.
I got a 6.
You got a 6. All right, that's not good.
Is
there anybody who wants to help him?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm trying to
Give that a shot.
Okay, so go ahead and roll plus your bond with him, which I assume is just +1.
And wasn't the way station where we came from that was overrun by the goblins and stuff?
Oh, it was destroyed by the magmen.
That's right. All right. Well, bad news. I also got a 6.
There's one human who's clearly dressed in like the outfit of a guard from Big Chasm City, and I assume you guys have been there before. I think he comes over and I think he just punches Herzl in the face.
Oh, dude, I definitely have brain damage.
Yeah, Herzl has brain damage. He forgets how to read. Herzl, can you go ahead and roll a D4?
Oh, I got a 4.
You got a 4. All right. So this guy hits you tremendously hard, and standing over you, he just says, like, "We're trying to escape for our lives, and if you know anything, you better you better watch your own ass."
Hey, I don't want any ass play, all right?
Yeah.
I tell him.
He's like, that's why we're not inviting you on this journey. Get the hell out of here. If you want to go back into that city, that's your own problem. And he calls you something like, what's a nasty term for halflings? That's like you tricky halfling.
I swing my warhammer at this guy as hard as I can.
All right. Well, before this guy can think of a good
18.
racial slur for halflings,
I rolled an 18.
well, okay, hold on. Before this guy, yeah, Jake forgot what to roll. Before this guy can think up his really cool slur for halflings. In fact, he's thinking it, and then he realized a lot of the people he's with are halflings, and he thinks better of it for a moment, but he really wants to make a point, so he's trying to think what to say. Then Dr. Pilchas Goldstein jumps in, and you're going to assault this man?
Slam him with a hammer, dude.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2d6 and add your strength bonus to that.
And I'm using my merciless, so I'm adding a 1d4.
Cool, that's for damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't hit him? The 18 doesn't count, huh?
What did you roll, a d20?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta roll 2d6. Whenever you're doing an action in this game, you roll 2d6.
I forgot how this game works. Oh, definitely missed.
What'd you get?
What am I doing here? What am I adding?
Your strength bonus.
I got a 4. Strength bonus.
You got a 4 with your strength bonus. Okay. So Dr. Pilchas Goldstein winds up crazily. He's spinning around like some kind of fucking discus thrower with this hammer. And you're like, I'm going to knock this guy's head clean off. And this guy is like wondering what to say. And he like leans down to one of the halflings and he's like, if I called him a shorty, is that offensive to you guys as a whole, or is that okay? Is that all right? And you just go right over his head and kind of go, whoa. And I think this centaur rears up and is like, oh, and kicks you with his crazy centaur hooves. So go ahead and roll a d6 for me, Jake.
3.
3. Okay, that's not very good, especially because you have a bunch of armor. So, but yeah, kicks you and I think like knocks you on your ass. And these people are like you guys can go to hell. And again, Herzl Rutledge is like, come on.
I'm fighting dudes.
And they're just like, we're out of here. You know what? You guys deserve whatever you find in that city. Goodbye.
I swing at the guy again.
You're gonna keep going for it?
Yeah. Sorry, David. I got it.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Actually, what is Mab's reaction to this?
Doctor, just leave them to their fate. They've set their course.
How dare you, David?
All right. So, Jake, does Dr. Goldstein let this be, or does he attack this guard or this centaur?
David, one of my bonds is that I've sworn to protect you, and you're just gonna leave me hanging, huh?
Well, she's not leaving. She's just saying they're not worth it, basically.
Oh,
She won't
yeah,
stop
I'm
you,
hitting this
besides
guy.
from saying that.
I'm going after this guy.
Okay. So there's the centaur who just kicked you, and then there's the guy in the guard uniform. And the cool thing within this is if you roll hack and slash, which is the basic attack move, you can be attacking both of these guys. You don't have to just be like, hey, attack the one guy who just attacked me.
No, I got a 7. I got a 7. Not that bad.
You got a 7. Okay, so a 7 on a hack and slash means that you basically kind of enter combat with these guys for a little bit.
Okay.
I think that the guardsman pulls out like a short sword, and somebody throws a spear to the centaur, and you're kind of fighting with them for a while. And the deal is that you're gonna take some damage. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 since you're fighting two guys here. Ooh, they're really shitty though. Wait, it should have. It's fine. All right, so the highest was 4. So you're going to take 4 damage, and remember your armor subtracts from that damage. And then you get to roll your damage against them.
D10 plus 1 D4.
Yes. So roll a D10 and a D4. Because you're really good at kicking ass.
Oh yeah. I got a 9 plus where is the 4? Oh, here it is.
Wait for it.
10.
You got a 10. Okay. Which one of these guys do you think it would be more interesting to see you murder?
What are you murdering? What? The centaur. Is he still carrying the other people?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think one of them fell off when he kicked you initially, and he didn't think you'd fight back, and then for a while, one of them is still, like, just holding on to his mane. Fuck it. Centaurs have manes. And he's holding on to that and trying to fight you, and you just bash this guy's head in.
It's more of a mullet.
Yeah,
Just goes halfway
absolutely.
down
This
the
guy
back.
he has a dope mullet, like a hockey player from the 80s or early 90s.
All right. And I bash his skull in, and then the other guys flap off.
Yeah, they fly off like, Herzl Jr., no!
Nice. What do you do?
So the guard is still there, and he's pretty pissed off, and he's like, go! And he says that to the other people, like, fleeing from the city, and they're kind of running further away. And he kind of, like, tries to slowly back out of this fight. With
Not letting him, dude.
Meanwhile, this is the guy who punched Herzl. So what's Herzl Quarterling?
Oh, dude, you gotta kill this guy.
I'm grabbing Herzl Jr. and putting a sword to his head and going, "Give me everything you got, you son of a bitch!"
All right, so you're gonna try to take a hostage, apparently.
We're kidnapping Herzl Jr., dude.
Okay. Okay. So normally, I would say this is a hack and slash. This isn't a hack and slash because you're not fighting this child, but I think you're trying to grab the child before they get away. So this seems like you are trying to be fast. So could you roll a defy danger with dexterity?
2d6.
Yes, 2d6 plus your dex bonus. You got a 9? Okay. So on a 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Okay. I'm I'm gonna do something boring but kind of easy because what you're doing is so interesting. I think that'll give us something. Go ahead and roll. Oh wait, no, I can just do that. Ooh. Okay, so this guy,
Child or me?
the guard, as you go to grab Herzl Jr., the guard tries to grab at you before you can get him, and he ends up doing 7 damage to you.
Oh no!
So keep in mind your armor subtracts from that. But yeah, this guy really hurts you pretty badly. But yeah, you've now got Herzl Jr. and yeah.
All right, I'm a bloody mess, and I got a blade up to Herzl Jr.'s throat right now, and I'm going,
Yeah.
Give me all your money, everybody, or this kid gets it.
Okay, and I think this guard is like, Herzl, and he calls back because most of the other folks have run away, and Herzl Shorterman and Herzl Rutledge are like, which one do you mean? And he's like, Herzl. So both of them come back, and this guard, I think he's just gonna run away.
I try and hit him. Ain't let him go.
All right, go for it. So it's just another hack and slash roll, I think.
Oh, crushed him. 12.
You got a 12? All right, so go ahead and just roll your damage.
What do I do here again? Oh yeah. Oh no. 8.
8. Yeah, so this guy goes to turn around and run away, and what does it look like when you also murder this guy? What does it look like when you murder the second refugee that you murdered?
I swing into both his kneecaps.
Mm-hmm.
So I take his legs out and then I slam him on the back of the skull.
Okay, you do that. He flips around and lands on his crushed legs, and then you have a second stroke where you just hammer his head into him so it just goes down into his spinal column. And he's like, yeah, the only thing that's just, there's a stump sitting there on this desert wasteland that you guys live in with blood shooting out like a geyser. And meanwhile, the Herzl Shorterman and Herzl Rutledge show up, and Herzl Rutledge is like, oh my God, my son.
I'm like, give me all your money, or the kid gets it.
We just murdered their 2 friends, and now we're holding their son for ransom.
Okay, hold on. And then, David, do you think this would make sense to be another parlay move?
I mean, I guess he does have leverage, right?
Oh, he definitely has leverage. There's no doubt about that at all. All right, so Matt, go ahead and roll roll plus your charisma again. 2d6 plus charisma. 5?
Yeah. I will stab his child, though. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no front.
So the guy's like, we're refugees. Here, take everything that we've got. And they take their coin purses and they give it to you, and you can see it's very, very little. They have a total of 2 gold. 1 coin, and they're like, please. Herzl Rutledge is like, that's my son. And then the other one is like, oh my God, that's my godson. Of course I have to help in this situation. Here, take my gold as well. And they're like, and anything you want. They take their shoes off and they give them to you. They strip them nude, and they're like, here, take everything.
What was it, Schindler's List?
Yeah, they chew their fingernails up and give you the fingernail clippings. They're like, everything we have here.
I slam one with my hammer.
Oh my God.
Okay. Hold on. Honestly, you don't even need to roll.
I already rolled. I got a 10.
Okay, well, hold on to that roll. So you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill this little nude halfling, and you go to hit one of these guys, and the problem is this site has attracted some attention. The delicious nude halfling meat has attracted the attention of an ornodon, and it sweeps down, and I'll say that we'll have Jake use that roll that he just made to say that he can jump out of the way of this thing as it comes screeching down like a dive bomber. But Herzl Quarterling and Mad Mab the Half Witch are going to have to make defy danger rolls as well to get out of the way of this fucking death machine that's coming from the sky.
What about the kid I'm holding in front of me? He doesn't provide any protection?
He could.
Got like a human shield thing going on.
If need be, he could. Yeah, you don't want to lose your hostage, you know. These are our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a question. What is Mad Mab doing while all this chaos is happening?
I think the entire time she was just looking on with disapproval.
Yeah.
Poor Mad Mab.
She's like, I thought we were just making snake oil to sell to people. Now we're taking hostages for refugees.
Yeah. Maybe she's the one who's like, oh, we have company.
How are you planning on getting out of the way? Are you going to tough it out? Are you going to try to leap out of the way? Are you going to try to
Ducking and rolling out of the way.
duck and roll? So that's probably plus dexterity.
All right. I got a 7.
Got a 7? Okay. Mad Mab, how about you?
Yeah, I was trying to work in one of these other ones, but the one that makes most sense is just trying to get out of the way.
Makes sense?
Well, not great. 3.
3. Oh, fuck. All right, so you're like, wait, look out. And this thing comes down, and I think this is what goes on. And this is terrible. But this thing goes to swing down, and it nearly misses Herzl Quarterling. But it absolutely, in its beak, it grabs that kid that you're holding. And it just rips the kid out of your hands, and you're like knocked backwards by like the gust of its wings. As
Herzl Jr.?
Yeah, Herzl Jr., Herzl Rutledge Jr. And it like flaps its wing to kind of slow itself down and bring its talons up, and it does grab Mad Mab.
Whoa!
I know, wild.
Oh, both of us?
No, it grabs Herzl Rutledge Jr. in its beak, so basically he's dead. And because it's like a spear that went through him to grab him, basically. And then its talons are going to grab you. Boy, oh boy, that's more damage than I thought, but I've made these things specifically extremely dangerous. It does 10 damage to you.
I need water.
It grabs you.
10 damage? That's
Yeah.
Dude, I'm fucked up too.
That wouldn't be that bad. That wouldn't be that bad for Dr. Pilchas, but for either of our other heroes, it's very, very bad.
Yeah,
Also for young Herzl Rutledge Jr., it was deadly.
So he got the kid, but the parents are still alive.
Oh, I think you just murdered one of them. I think, you murdered either Herzl Shorterman or Herzl Rutledge Jr. Or Herzl Rutledge Sr., sorry.
All right, now I'll take a swing at the other Herzl.
Well, I think, hold on, we gotta figure out something slightly larger importance. Mad Mab, you've been
Mab's like legs are grabbed open.
yeah. So Mad Mab has been grabbed by this thing, and its talons are enormous. Like the talons are like a little bit bigger than the size of like manhole covers. So they're huge. So they probably like grasp you in a way that like is like nearly inescapable. I think like in regard to strength, the idea of you busting out of these is almost impossible.
And so you said that ornodons they were almost never seen up close.
Yeah, up close it's very rare to see them because usually the person who sees them up close is then murdered by them soon afterwards. So it might be something to see them, but then to live to tell about it is very, very rare.
Yeah. So, because I was thinking, I'll shapeshift into one of those, but it makes sense. She probably hasn't seen one like this close, so she probably wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, I know you had said that you wanted to ride one. Do you feel this counts as riding an ornodon?
Sure.
It's like, oh yeah, like, you know how a pelican is being ridden by the fish that it's eating.
Yeah. But maybe I'll try to change into some other kind of similar bird that's smaller to kind of shapeshift my way out of this talon, hopefully.
Sure. So this is kind of like deserty stuff.
Yeah, that's my jam.
There you go. All right, so go ahead and roll your shapeshift-aroo.
That one's better. That is
4
plus a 10 total.
10 total. Cool. So yeah. So what are you turning into?
So what's another like desert bird? Is there like a small version of this weird pterodactyl, or is it just normal like hawks or something?
If you want to just turn into a hawk, I mean, that would kind of make sense.
Yeah. Kind of want to turn into something that I could aerial fight this thing off too. Would that work?
I think that would be pretty tough. You could maybe turn into a hawk and like scratch at it and hurt it, but like actually like one-on-one fight this thing like in the air would be
That's
difficult.
what I'm saying. Is there like a different bird that I could turn into? Like a mini Oridon?
I don't think so. Would you be willing to turn into a land animal that could get out of its grasp and then maybe attack it in some kind of way?
Well, I think that would be a real bad problem in the middle of the air, wouldn't it, Austin? I think I'll just stick with the hawk, I guess.
Okay. So you turn into a hawk and your first thing is you want to slip out of its grasp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that works. So especially if you want to use one of your burn, you can just, in your like changing of shapes, go like... Hold on, let me whistle again.
I thought you were going to be crazy.
Something like fly away or something.
Yeah.
Being crazy.
So you've flown away from this this creature when it's and I'd say it already got this this halfling child, so you were just an extra delicious treat. So I think it seems like it probably is going to fly away, unless you want to go after it in some capacity or another.
No, if it's like, way smaller hawk, I think I'm fine with escaping.
Okay, so you turn into some kind of like a hawk or a big eagle or something like that, but it's still smaller. The change of shape allows you to wiggle out pretty easily and fly away. So you are a hawk
with like these weird bison horns, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a hawk with bison horns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, actually, those would get stuck in the claws. So nope, you're still there. No, just kidding. So you're flying around now this scene with two of your hold left to do animal stuff. If you want to at some point like make some observations, especially, that could definitely be something that you do. But we're going to return to the ground to see what Theodore Herzl Quarterling and Dr. Pilchas Goldstein, MD, are up to. Herzl was kind of holding a knife to the throat of this young halfling child, and that Ornodon swooped down and grabbed him. And I think you were sprayed with the blood of this kid, which is terrifying to think about. All the things I'm describing. You were sprayed with the blood of this child you were trying to ransom. And you're like, well, that kid died. And then you kind of turn around and Dr. Pilchas Goldstein smashes the head of which of the halflings? The father or the godfather?
Father.
Of the father. So Herzl Rutledge, you didn't know, he's also a doctor. Dr. Herzl Rutledge. When Dr. Pilchas Goldstein smashes his head, the guy's med school diploma flies out of his shirt pocket. Wait, no, he's nude. You notice on the ground where his shirt is that he has a med school diploma. He has a license, a medical license. But yeah, so the godfather is just like, oh my god, and he kind of starts like impotently running in the direction of this Ornodon that's carrying off his son, or I'm sorry, his godson.
Running towards the burning down building.
Okay, so you're heading towards the city?
Oh yeah, I'm running that way.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense because the Ornodon seems to be flying away at the moment, having gotten what it wanted, which was a tasty snack in the form of, a child that you were holding hostage. Our heroes again. So Jake, is Dr. Pilchas Goldstein okay with letting the godfather, Herzl Shorterman, flee off impotently to chase after the Ornodon and his godson?
No way.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't have to...
I just rolled a 10 again.
All right, I was going to say, you don't have to roll anything. This isn't a man who's defending himself from you. You're essentially just murdering bystanders. You're like a trained killer, and like you smash this guy. And when you come back, you see in his clothes, what's his job? He's a tailor. He's a tailor.
Oh, carrying our job descriptions in our pockets.
Yeah. You guys don't do that.
Where are the Herzls?
Yeah, so he he has like a thing that says like Taylor's Guild and his Taylor's Guild membership. You see it and you're like, oh yeah, it makes sense. You smashed him. So now Herzl Quarterling, Matt, your character, and Dr. Pilchas Goldstein, Jake, your character, are standing there, and there's a hawk circling above you that has bison horns, so you know it's Mad Mab.
I'm sprinting towards the city.
Okay, cool. Makes sense. You guys are sprinting towards the city.
Whoa, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So just Herzl Quarterling.
What's Mad Mab doing? She's just flying around?
Yeah, Mad Mab. I always forget when you're an animal. Can you talk to these guys?
I don't know.
I kind of assume.
I don't think so. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Or what do you think?
I mean, it's more interesting. It's honestly more interesting if you can't, but it's kind of a pain in the ass if you can't.
Mm-hmm. I can talk to other animals. It says, but do you count as animals? You beasts.
Oh.
Well, I'm an orc, right?
No, you're a human.
I thought it was an orc the whole time.
I forgot I was a human. I thought it was a pile of spaghetti.
My alignment is evil. Kill defenseless or surrendered enemies, so that makes sense that I murdered those 4 guys. So I guess if I can't talk to Mad Mab and she has no idea what I'm doing, then I'm also going to be sprinting towards the burnt down city.
Okay, cool. So you're running towards this city.
Yep.
Thanks again for joining us here on This American Dice Presents Dungeon World Cousins Edition, Mission to Big Chasm City, Episode 2. This game included the talented voice work of David as Mad Mab the Half-Witch, Matthew as Herzl Quarterling, and Jacob as Dr. Pilchas Goldstein. Your Dungeon Master was Austin. Music for this episode includes Land of a Folk Divided by Midair Machine, and Medieval Abstraction by Lucas Perny and Miloslav Kollar. Dungeon World is a game by Adam Koebel and Sage LaTorra, if I'm saying that correctly. Be sure to join us next week when we'll see what those refugee murdering, egg stealing characters are up to next. All here on This American Dice